Okay, I just want to take you through now how we subtract fractions, one fraction to another, if the denominators are different. Okay, so let's just give you an example. If I take, start with a pen, shall we? If I take 6 over 7, so 6 sevenths, and we take away, what should happen, right, 3 over 14. Okay. Right, it's the same sort of thing as we were doing earlier on in the week, where we need to make sure that the two fractions have the same denominator. So it's a quick check with times tables to get the same denominators. We look for multiples. Start off with multiples of 7, 14. We can leave it there because we've got 14 there. So then if we went to the 14 times table, well, the very first one is 14. So we need to make the 7 6 up to something over 14. So if we then think, well, how many 7s are there in 14? Well, that is 1 7 is 7, 2 7s are 14. Excuse me. So if we multiply top and bottom by 2, we end up with 2 6s are 12, 2 7s are 14, and we are subtracting 3 14ths. And now it's a very straightforward sum. Remember, the denominator, when we add and subtract, does not change. So it's the answer will be something over 14. 12 minus 3 is 9. So 9 14ths. Okay, so remember, we need to make the two denominators exactly the same. Okay, it's no good having different denominators. We can't do a subtraction sum unless they are the same. Now then, let's go to something a little more challenging. See if I can move this out of the way. I'll tell you what, we'll just clear the canvas, shall we? Clear canvas, that's better. Right, okay, what would happen then if we had a mixed fraction? So let's say we had 1 3/4, and we were looking to subtract 7 eighths. So we just put our equal sign in there, ready. Okay, two problems here. We've got, in the 1 3/4, we've got a whole number, and we've got a fraction that has a different denominator to the 7 eighths. Okay, so first things first, we need to turn the 1 3/4 into a top-heavy fraction. Okay, so that we need to get rid of that whole number. So this is what we can do. So if we take the 1 3/4, and we need to remind ourselves now that every whole one is the equivalent of 4 quarters. So what we've actually got here then is 1 times the 4. Okay, let's just remind ourselves what's going on here. 1 times that 4 gives us 4 quarters. And of course we've got the 3/4. So we've actually got here 7 quarters. Now let's move that over for a moment. So we've actually now got a different sum altogether. We've now got 7 quarters minus 7 eighths. Now some of you might fall into the man trap here and go 7 minus 7 is 0. Great stuff. Answer is 0 over 8. It's completely wrong, isn't it? Because to do this, we have to have the same denominators. So now we go back to what we did with adding, and we look to make sure that the denominators are the same. So if we start with the 4 times table, 4, 8, 12. Let's leave it there for a moment, shall we? We look at the 8 times table. Oh, first one is 8. So we've got the same denominators there. So let's see what we do. To turn this 4 into 8, okay, we just multiply the 4 by 2. So we must multiply the 7 by 2. So now we end up with, let's make a bit of space, shall we? 2 7s are 14. 2 4s are 8. So we've got 14 over 8, and we are subtracting the 7 over the 8. I'll just move this over again so I can put my equal sign in. So now, remember, we keep the denominator the same as 8. So now it's 14 minus 7 is 7. And there's the answer, 7 eighths. Okay, have a go, see how we get on. You've got the answer sheet for you to do a little bit of self-assessment as well. Okay, bye.